Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Modern Warfare 3's content year is already shaping up to be a lot more than what you might initially have expected. We've already got some confirmed details about what's to come post-launch throughout the year of support that MW3 is going to get leading up to COD 2024, and with some new sort of, subtle announcements, they've seemingly teased that this content year might be one of the largest that we've seen in some time, which is definitely great news. So as we get into all the details here today, if you enjoy the video, if you find it helpful at all, do me a favor, drop a like on it. It is always seriously appreciated. And if you're new here or you simply haven't subscribed yet, let's change that, because every single day I got you covered with all things going on in COD, whether it's news, updates, meta breakdowns, it's all right here. So feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. But as it stands right now, we know straight up for launch with MW3, we're starting off with 16 MW2 2009 maps, so all the core multiplayer maps of Modern Warfare 2 2009 will be there for 6v6. On top of that, we're going to have several completely new ground war maps. We of course saw a couple of those during the beta, and we're also going to have one war map as well. The war mode is returning from COD World War II, which is, a decent amount of, launch content. Obviously, if you've played MW2 2009, those maps are going to be very familiar to you. You're going to get right back into the nostalgia there and remember all the jump spots and all the different flank routes and choke points you want to hold. If you never got a chance to play MW2 2009, things are probably going to feel very fresh. Either way, I think the amount of time that we're going to have before we get into the post-launch content season is pretty solid, because when the game launches right away on November 10th, we've got those standard maps, but then just a couple of weeks later in early December, we've got Season 1 coming, and Sledgehammer and Call of Duty have already confirmed post-launch this year is going to include a lot of new and completely unique content. So here's what they say. Modern Warfare 3 celebrates the 20th anniversary of Call of Duty with one of the greatest collections of multiplayer maps ever assembled, both fan favorites and all new ones. All 16 launch maps from the original MW2 2009 have been modernized with new modes and gameplay features and will be available at launch to get everyone started, while over 12 all new core 6v6 maps will fuel post-launch live seasons. And with this, they've actually gone on and expanded that Season 1 of MW3 is going to feature at least 3 new 6v6 maps that are completely unique, never seen before. So right away, just a couple of weeks after launch, we're already getting some new maps added to the map rotation for multiplayer for 6v6. Now we know that any given seasonal update is not just about 6v6 maps. We're also going to see expansions into the ground war map rotation, so we'll see new areas there, likely taken from Urzikstan and a part of the Warzone map, reinvented into, those ground war style areas that have been very popular over the past couple of years. We're also going to see additional content, though, between 6v6 and also ground war. And this is where things get pretty interesting. Another Charlie Intel report says Sledgehammer Games confirmed that there will be fan favorite maps from other Call of Duty titles returning in MW3 during post-launch seasons. The studio has already confirmed there will be 3 6v6 maps for Season 1 and 3 6v6 maps for Season 2. So out of those over 12, that quote that they have there initially, out of those over 12 all new 6v6 maps that we're getting throughout the entire year, Seasons 1 through 5 or 6 potentially, we've got 6 of them, half of them lined up for Season 1 and Season 2. So pretty early on into the game, we're going to have a lot of that unique content. But then what really lines up here with some of the other leaks and rumors and data mined info that we have here is this return of other fan favorite maps throughout the year. So not only is every single season going to feature these new and unique 6v6 maps on top of new ground war maps, maybe some specific cutthroat maps or gunfight maps if that mode makes it back, and then also new additions to war as well. But now we've got these other fan favorite maps returning too, which means that in theory, if they play this out consistently all throughout every single season, Season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, however many there end up being, we're going to have a much more consistent stream of content throughout multiplayer this year than in several years past. Admittedly, MW2's post-launch content was a big letdown for me just because there was a lot of remake maps. There wasn't really much unique content there. We still got a couple of new maps throughout the year, but it really wasn't anything crazy. MP definitely felt like it was not a core focus for post-launch content. It was really Warzone and DMZ here and there. But this is definitely a complete 180 of that. We've already got so much content confirmed, and a lot of it, although it is very ambiguous with the fan favorite maps returning, does seem to tease that every single seasonal update's going to be a lot more significant than in years past, which is definitely fantastic news. Now, talking about these fan favorite maps, initially we already had one leak saying that Shipment was going to be returning at some point during MW3's multiplayer content cycle, so that alongside, 3 new 6v6 maps potentially in season 1 or season 2, gonna be fun to see. We also know Shoot House is kind of a standard map for every post-launch title now in COD. It's been there year over year because it's a great camo grinding map, really enjoys Shoot House gameplay, so I wouldn't be surprised if that also ends up returning as part of those fan favorite maps. But you also may recall that we got a different leak a few weeks back regarding some in-season weapon updates, in particular some weapons based around advanced warfare. It's been said that the ASM-1, the BAL-27, the EM-1, and the Morris Sniper may potentially be dropping during Season 3, and it's also sort of coincided with the rumors saying that it's possible that throughout the MW3 post-launch content support, different seasons are going to have different themes for part of the season. Maybe the mid-season update is advanced warfare themed in Season 3, so we get those new weapons, but then we also get some maps, some fan favorite maps from advanced warfare. Perhaps the season after that is going to be a World War II themed season for the mid-season update, and it's some maps from Sledgehammer's World War II games. You may recall that Sledgehammer also worked a ton on MW3 back in the day as well, so maybe a season is a little bit based around MW3, and alongside the new 6v6 maps, we get some MW3 maps returning, like Arcadon or Resistance or something like that. There's a lot of potential here now to expand into this content year that's a lot more, consistent and content filled rather than very spaced out throughout the year with, what almost seems like filler content here and there. So there seems to be some really positive takeaways thus far in terms of the in-year content, and of course this is just simply focused on the maps, fan favorites for 6v6, expansions into ground war and war. Every other seasonal update's also going to include, new battle passes, new operators, plenty of new weapons as well for Warzone and zombies and multiplayer. So I'm really hoping that this is something that stays constant throughout all the seasons, not just really heavy in season 1, really heavy in season 2, and then it sort of dwindles off. But from the outside looking in, at least based on the information that we have right now, Modern Warfare 3 definitely is expanding on post-launch content and adding in more updates than we've seen in recent years, which I'm definitely looking forward to for sure. But that being said, that is going to wrap things up for this one. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, drop a like on it. And if you're new here, you want to guarantee you're up to date with everything going on between MW3 and Warzone, be sure to hit that subscribe button on your way out. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.